Yeah, I was in the gym with them.
If Anthony Joshua won, Anthony killed.
Anthony Joshua has never been the type of fighter who needs to boast, shout, or manufacture drama. His fists do all the talking, and they speak with terrifying clarity. Behind closed doors, deep inside those gritty sparring sessions that never make it to public view, Joshua continues to build a reputation that borders on myth, time after time. Sparring partners walk into camp, believing they can take the heat. Minutes later, they're reminded painfully that AJ operates on a level that only a rare breed of heavyweights can reach. The latest session is no exception. Joshua destroys his sparring partner in brutal, clinical fashion, each punch landing like a hammer, forged in the fires of precision and power. This isn't reckless aggression.
He hits harder than people expect, I think. I think a lot of people, obviously, they pick up on his boxing and how good of a boxer he is, but he hits harder than people expect.
Aggression, it's controlled devastation. Every shot calculated, every movement sharpened, every moment demonstrating that AJ is not just strong, he's a master technician wrapped in pure, explosive force. Inside Joshua's camp, sparring partners quickly become the measuring stick for his form. And the story remains the same. His strength is frightening.
And I get involved with sparring, and we select sparring partners between Rob McCracken and AJ's training team and AJ and me. And to find a 23 stone guy who moves fast, who has fast hands, who has a great engine, who forces the pressure, is very, very difficult.
His speed shocking and his ring IQ overwhelming. What happens behind closed doors isn't just preparation. It's a preview of the havoc he intends to unleash in his next big fight. David Adelai, one of the few men who've stepped into those sessions, makes it brutally clear. The power Joshua carries is nothing short of terrifying. Fans watch AJ fight and admire the
way he's more like start fast and finish fast. He knows he can hurt him now, so he's gonna come and try.
Speed, the sharpness, the heavy hands. But Adelai emphasizes that what you see on TV is nothing compared to the violence of the real-time experience. Joshua's punches don't simply land, they thud with authority, they echo, they shake through the body. Sparring partners don't just feel hit, they feel broken down. And this, Adelai says,
Bigger head guards, bigger gloves, so stuff like speed and like athleticism plays more of a factor because you're
is what makes AJ lethal. He doesn't spar to play around. He spars to dominate, to intimidate, to prepare for absolute destruction. When the bell rings on fight night, Eddie Hearn backs these claims with the bluntness only an experienced promoter can provide. Anthony Joshua doesn't spar.
Easy fight for him, and I think this should be laid to rest because I don't think AJ's gonna go in and try and pat. AJ's gonna like smoke.
Hearn says. He annihilates. Every session is a brutal showcase of power, speed, and precision, pushing even seasoned heavyweights to their breaking point. Fighters enter the ring confident, believing they can hold their own. Within minutes, Joshua dismantles them calmly, systematically, mercilessly. That's the difference between hype and heritage, between a content creator and a world.
I'm not dependent on punch power, You know what, it takes a lot more than that to be a great fighter. A lot more than that to be a great fighter, so there's various ways I'll win. But I got the fighter spirit, and that's how I'll go in there and break him down.
Class athlete, sculpted in a competitive crucible. And with Jake Paul continuing to insert himself into heavyweight conversations, Hearn issues a warning. Take notice, because this is the level of devastation you're flirting with. Derek Chisora, who has shared countless sessions and wars in gyms across the world, echoes the warning. He doesn't sugarcoat it. He doesn't
see the sense of it. What do you want to go sparring for? Behind closed doors. Let all the fans see it. Do it in a ring, get paid for it. I mean, it's a bit of...
Need to. AJ hunts, Chisora says. He starts fast, he finishes faster, and he forces chaos every second he's in the ring. Chisora reveals how sparring partners exit the ring bruised, bewildered, and questioning every defensive instinct they once trusted. Against AJ, reacting late isn't an option. Reacting wrong is a disaster. Jake Paul, he warns, is stepping into a heavyweight predator's territory, a place where flashiness, social media personas, and bravado evaporate instantly. Lawrence Okolie amplifies the message further. Jake Paul's skills, laughable, Okolie says. Against someone like Joshua, fancy mitt work means nothing. Flashy combinations mean nothing. Being good at hitting pads.
Anthony Joshua is Olympic champion. First. Jake Paul, it's sportsman, YouTuber, showman. Rolls Royce.
Means nothing. AJ dissects fighters. He dominates them. He leaves no room for error, no space to breathe, and no time to adjust. Jake Paul stepping into the ring with Joshua is more than a mismatch. It's a walk into a controlled demolition. Tony Bellew joins the growing chorus of brutal honesty. He highlights the staggering physical mismatch. Joshua isn't just bigger. He's a mountain of skill, strength, and experience. Jake Paul, for all his YouTube-built bravado, is tiny in comparison. 10-ounce gloves won't protect him. Head movement won't save him. Bellew sees a fight that could end in seconds. A fight where hype meets reality and reality crushes it mercilessly.
In camp, living in camp, training with him day in, day out. And it made a big difference in the fight. So I think he knows that the way that he's going to improve is time in the gym and also the quality of...
But it's not just power that makes Joshua a nightmare. It's his intelligence. AJ himself explains that brute force alone isn't necessary to break an opponent. Timing, adaptability, ring IQ, these are the tools that separate good fighters from champions and champions from legends. Joshua's ability to read, adjust, and dismantle an opponent makes him one of the most complete heavyweights of the modern era. Jake Paul, AJ warns, will learn this the hard way. Power may be flashy on social media, but inside the ropes, strategy beats hype every single time. And then comes Frank Warren, underlining what so many others have already stressed.
AJ should win whenever he wants to win, but will he want to win early? Will he want to get some rounds in, being inactive for 14 months to prepare him for 2026?
Closed-door training sessions are terrifying previews of the storm he brings on fight night. Every punch in the gym is thrown with purpose. Every combination signals danger. Every pressure drill builds a fighter who doesn't just want to win, he demands dominance. Warren proposes a simple solution for Jake Paul. If you want to test yourself, stop begging for sparring sessions behind cameras. Step into the ring publicly. Let the world see the truth. But everyone knows why Paul won't. The moment he steps in with AJ, all illusions disappear. Alexander Usyk adds the ultimate stamp of credibility. Usyk, the man who beat Joshua, respects him deeply. He calls AJ a true professional, an Olympic champion, a student of the sport. Jake Paul, by contrast, is a showman pretending to be a boxer, someone who mistakes...
Anthony Joshua, who's now 5 inches bigger than you, maybe more, or 4 or 5 inches, and about 100 pounds heavier. You just don't go from there right up to there. I don't believe it. And I won't believe it until the two of them got 10-ounce gloves on in a boxing ring. Because if Anthony Joshua puts 10-ounce gloves on and gets in a boxing ring and Jake Paul is in the other corner...
Clicks for credibility and views for victories. Usyk reminds everyone that stepping into the ring with Joshua isn't entertainment, it's education. A harsh, painful lesson in what separates real fighters from actors playing fighters. Eddie Hearn reinforces this with another warning. Joshua's mastery isn't accidental. It's engineered through relentless work ethic and grueling sparring sessions with 23-stone monsters who push AJ to the brink. Compare that to Jake Paul, whose training camp is more about content than combat, more about narrative than necessity. Sam Jones takes the analysis further. Joshua isn't just a heavyweight, he's a machine. A precision-crafted force capable of obliterating opponents with a single well-placed punch. Comparing the force Joshua used against Francis Ngannou to what he could unleash on Paul, terrifyingly accurate, Jones says. Every punch Joshua throws has the potential to end Paul's illusions permanently. The truth is simple. This isn't a...
So we can all joke, but nobody wants any permanent damage to happen to Jake Paul. But if Anthony Joshua hits Jake Paul with the right hand he hit Francis Ngannou with, he could brown bread.
Competitive fight. This is a masterclass in controlled brutality. Aid Oladipo frames the situation perfectly. This is David versus Goliath, but without the miracle. Jake Paul is big in pop culture, boxing, but in the world of real heavyweights, he's a child stepping into the lion's den. Joshua, at 6'6" and over 250 pounds, dwarfs Paul. In height, reach, strength, power, and experience. Fans may hype the fight, but hype doesn't save anyone from physics. Joshua can control distance, dictate pace, and crush any hope of a comeback with a single calculated strike. Joe Rogan, always brutally honest, states the obvious. The difference in size and skills is catastrophic for Paul. Joshua's reach, timing, and power create a perfect storm. One right hand from AJ can shut down an entire conversation.
As though Jake Paul is the bigger in this equation. Not for me. Maybe for MVP, Nikisa, Jake Paul, but not for me. I've kind of marked it or titled it David versus Goliath just because of the size difference. Like, Jake Paul's a big guy. He is. He's 6'1", 220, probably fights around, the 200-pound mark. AJ is an enormous guy. Like, he's a big, big unit. And I think Jake realized that when they came face to face. I don't know if that's the first time they've ever come that close. I'm sure they've met behind the scenes. But I think there was a realization from Jake Paul, like, fuck, this is a big dude. It's a very, very big dude who isn't coming to play. Like, there was no play.
About Jake Paul's boxing credibility. Tommy Fury, who already dismantled Jake Paul once, sums it up in one line. It's a 1-minute warning. Joshua doesn't need perfect conditions. He doesn't need full strength. He doesn't even need to warm up. His fundamentals alone can dismantle Paul effortlessly. The pattern is clear. The experts agree. The fighters agree. The trainers agree. Joshua isn't preparing for a fight. He's preparing a spectacle of dominance. Every sparring session, every punch, every drill in camp serves as a warning shot. A reminder that elite-level boxing is worlds apart from influencer boxing. That hype collapses under the weight of real talent. That social media stardom cannot protect you from Olympic pedigree. Jake Paul's bravado may entertain fans online, but inside that ring, none of it matters.
6'6", just not just 6'6", but 6'6", and knows how to use every fucking inch of it. Knows how to keep that stick in your face. He was keep that jab in his face, and that right hand, if it hits you.
Joshua doesn't tap. He detonates. He doesn't touch. He thunders. He doesn't spar. He destroys. The size difference, the skill gap, the mental strength, the experience, it all points to one outcome. A highlight reel demolition. A knockout waiting to happen. So now the question goes to the fans. Can Jake Paul survive even a single round with Anthony Joshua? Or is this destined to become one of the most brutal, one-sided dismantlings in modern boxing history? Drop your predictions below. Smash the like button. Subscribe for every explosive update leading to what could be the most stunning destruction the boxing world has seen.